Welcome back to episode 6 of the Big Dog Podcast. Nick Martin, Dylan Revel, and Chris Martin. Gentlemen, great to have you back this week.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Everybody was sick during the hurricane. I assume didn't hear anybody's house underwater. So,
Dead, so we're
it,
safe.
yeah, and you're in mine, so we look good.
We look good. Thanks, Nick.
This episode is
Appreciate
brought to you by Dr. Pepper, unofficially, but just
Oh
wanted to
yeah.
highlight it. Good
it.
stuff.
And DC.
Got her. What a week of college football. A lot of stuff happened.
Fidget spinner? Put that damn fidget spinner down.
Why?
What the hell?
It's tough though. It's Ohio State.
Dude, we're not in 2016 anymore.
I have ADHD.
Probably for I wasn't simple.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I mean, the Cavaliers won that year, so.
But what's in the cup, buddy?
Water. We're gonna start break down that Ohio State Oregon game. Chris, I'll get your thoughts first. Obviously, upsetting finish. Will Howard played well up to that final play.
It was a great football game between two elite teams, and that was round one of two, maybe three. Very well could be, but yeah. I mean, Denzel Burke got to be better. Won't get too much into that. Good player. He can overcome that.
I think
Well,
I think the not to interrupt, but I think the defense overall could just improve. Jordan
no
James,
shit.
Jordan James, 115 yards and a touchdown, played really well. We had no answer for him on defense.
I don't know why we stopped giving the ball to Travion Henderson in the second half, but I mean, they know more than I do.
Quinshon
Well,
Judkins only 23 yards rushing.
yeah,
And a gumble.
he didn't look right, but they said he's fine. No injuries,
Okay.
nothing.
Okay.
Josh Simmons likely out for the year. That's a huge. I'm more
That's
upset about
unfortunate.
that. The fact that they lost.
Yep.
Will Kastmeric is also going to miss some time at tight end.
Yeah.
But
And
we got G Scott.
Will Howard was great. Emeka Egbuka was great. Jeremiah Smith was great. Uh, yeah, man. I mean, get better, move forward, I guess.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think obviously me and Chris are Ohio State fans, so and Dylan part-time Ohio State fan, basically.
From just like a football fan perspective, that's maybe the greatest game
Oh yeah,
uh,
it's
in all year.
right there with Bama, Georgia for sure.
I thought it was better. I mean, the first half, that was the best first half of football I think
Yeah,
I've ever watched.
yeah. As a
Uh,
fan, unaffiliated, I 100%
yeah,
agree.
I thought it was a great game. Pretty much up until that final play with Will Howard, he was balling. That final play is gonna
Yeah,
probably put a stamp on his season if they don't go and win a national
yeah.
championship.
I mean, 326 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean,
Yeah,
and
he played great,
What?
other than a
He
did
ran
he have a
for
rushing
little
one?
autistic ending there.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, Will Howard's playing well for the Buckeyes. Buckeyes are playing well. Oregon's a hell of a football team.
Well, there's a lot of factors too. I mean, the pass interference call. I personally thought when they got the ball to 28-yard line with, I think it was around 30 seconds, maybe a little less than that. You have one timeout. I said run the ball. Because
Really?
from the 28-yard line, it's like a 45
Oh, you mean like
yard.
so on the play where Smith had the PI? You mean like that play, run the ball?
Uh, I think that was the next play. Yes.
Okay.
I said run the ball. It's about a 45-yard field goal from there. If you get 0 yards, Fielding banged one from 40 earlier on that was probably good from 50.
Yeah,
I
I
understand. Well, and here's my thing too. If they would have done that and missed, the same people the same people right now that are saying they should have done that were the same people that were bitching after
Hi,
the Georgia
Olivia.
game. So you're never going to get the
Well, and here's the thing too is
you're never going to get it back.
me and you, Chris, obviously died Ohio State fans, but we also can see the side. Like obviously we were both pissed after the game, but the more you think about it, and like it's one game, and my problem is that people, Ohio State fans, some fans like love Buckeye Nation, but they get all bent out of shape and upset and
Oh,
blame stuff. And either way, they're gonna blame one side or the other. Like, and if they had ran the ball and kicked it, they would have said, "Oh, they should have done this instead." Like,
exactly.
you can't please Ohio State fans,
Like I
and I
said,
like
the
how and I like
people
how we can see both sides.
like I said, the people after the Georgia game have said they should have been more aggressive and gotten more yards instead of attempting a 50-yarder are the same people that said, "Oh, why did we not just kick the field goal then?" And
Yeah.
not. But it's whatever.
At the end of the day,
I'm not upset about
no, we'll see him again in Indy.
it.
I say we as like I'm on the team, but no, I trust Ryan Day. He's getting paid the big bucks for a reason, and go Buckeyes. Not the only good game we saw. Also saw Ole Miss and LSU overtime
Old
game.
new.
Shout out Ole Moo on TikTok.
Sorry, Ole Miss. Um,
You said Ole Miss. We just shout out Ole Moo.
In the MCAA.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
LSU
taking
gets
on ZVU right now, number 2 versus number 6. Pretty.
LSU gets a good win. Not only keeps their playoff hopes alive, but a SEC championship hopes alive for LSU.
So if LSU didn't lose to Notre Dame, they are probably the number 3 ranked team in the nation.
Agreed. And they look spectacular since that game. And they look good in that game. Just they lost to a good
They
team.
looked all right. Or not Notre Dame. Oh, USC. I'm sorry.
Or yeah, sorry, I was yeah.
But no, yeah, they're good. They play Alabama in 2 weeks, I believe. So we'll see then.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
gonna
they're
help
better
me.
than. I personally think they're better than Alabama.
I would agree.
I also think Tennessee's going to beat Alabama this week. But,
Whoa, way to get to the pixel early there, big guy.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Dart didn't look spectacular. Neither did the running back. What Harrison?
I don't.
What's his name? He cost me money, so
No.
if you want to shout it out, go for it.
I'll let you do it.
Use code Nick236 Underdog Fantasy for a first deposit match up to $100 only on Underdog Fantasy. Unofficial sponsor.
Shout out code 236 Nick 236.
Shout out 236. If you wonder why the 236, it's LeBron James' number. 23 and 6. Kyron Lacey looked good, 111 yards, touchdown. I'd like to see them.
Kyron Lacey might be a first-round pick in my eyes. Just gonna
Agreed.
put that.
I would like to see LSU run the ball a little bit better. Caden Durham only 37 yards, but other
He's
than
a
that,
freshman.
LSU looked good.
He's a really good player.
Dylan, any thoughts on that game?
Absolute. It was a great game. I mean, Ole Miss probably should have won it. They were up all game, and then they LSU came back fourth quarter. But really good game. Jackson Dart in overtime looked like your average high school quarterback. I mean, he threw 2 balls that should have been picked off easily by the defense that were dropped, but they shouldn't have even gotten 3 at the end of that drive.
Yeah. Now, the only thing I wish is I wish I was able to watch more of that game. Obviously, I was tuned into the Ohio State game same time, but no, good game in the SEC. Just another one of many. Another big one coming up this week. Multiple with Tennessee, Bama, and Georgia and Texas. So speaking of Texas, big win for them in the Red River Rivalry over Oklahoma, 34-3. Oklahoma did not look good.
They boat raced their ass.
Nor did Quinn Ewers necessarily. I mean, he played all right. Started out a little rough.
He hit the big justice. So that was
I think that game was more of a representation of not a knock on Texas. I mean, they did what they had to do, but I think that just shows just how much worse Oklahoma is this season. I mean, having to bench a 5-star quarterback is just should have been the the eye opener on how that game was going to go. But
Right. Because by no means did Texas look, necessarily dominant in this game.
they look very good. I mean, they dominated
Their
the game.
defense looked great.
Right, but I almost feel like Oklahoma made them look dominant.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I mean,
Like
the fumble.
I think more Oklahoma. Obviously, the score is big, but I feel like Oklahoma lost the game more than Texas won the game. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it was over. You could tell very early on, like this was not going to be a close game for
Well,
that.
there was like two fumbles back to back drives for
Yeah.
Oklahoma, and it was
Which
at
I
that
think
point I knew like, yeah, this
I
game
think we're
is.
both touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken.
Um,
I know one of
yeah,
them.
they scored like 17 points in like 3 minutes or something like that. Texas did at the end of the first half there.
Oklahoma. I thought, like I said, Venables is not a good head coach by any means.
Really?
He's a great defensive coordinator. Well, maybe not, but he was at Clemson.
Do you think they give him another year after this year? I don't think he's on the hot seat by any means.
Probably, but I don't
Because
know.
we knew coming in, Oklahoma coming in the SEC, we kind of knew they were kind of going to get beat up on a little bit.
Yeah, out of everyone that came in,
Especially since they lost, they lose Dylan Gabriel.
they're the ones that pushed for Dylan Gabriel to transfer out because they wanted to start their 5-star. But that's fucking on them.
Yeah, and Dylan Gabriel just beat Ohio State. So how's that looking for Oklahoma? And then they after the game, Texas planted the flag on the Mayfield jersey. As an Ohio State fan, strictly college fan, big fan of that after what Mayfield did against the Buckeyes.
Because you have a fucking Bucks flag in your bedroom.
Strictly college.
Yeah, where's
fan.
your Baker jersey? You fickle.
I love Baker now. I'm just saying, Oklahoma Baker, not a fan. Big fan of Tampa Bay Baker. More on Baker Mayfield later.
We're doing more on him. All right.
Penn State USC. This game I was not expecting to be as close as it was. Another
I
OT
don't
game.
want to hear everyone say, "Oh, Penn State's the best 3-3 team in the country." Penn State, or not Penn State, I'm sorry, USC. USC is not a good football team. Sure, they beat LSU, whatever. Penn State.
I do like Miller Moss and Woody Marks though.
Yeah, no, they have good players, but they are not a good team. And Drew Aller was Tyler Warren was fucking great. I mean, I don't really.
224 yards, touchdown.
I don't know with 17 receptions. I don't know how you allow that. But after like the first I don't know 150 yards, I was probably going. I would say, okay, we need to fucking change something here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that dude, 44 tight end. I mean, that's just what you like to see. Just like I wouldn't be surprised if next week I go out and see him just with the 1-bar helmet on.
Well, and wasn't he? He was the one that he was a center and went out and caught the touchdown, right?
Yes. Drew Aller threw 3 interceptions in that game.
Yeah.
Drew Aller does not impress me. No.
I mean, I think Penn State's
I guess
a
we'll
football
find
team.
out here in a couple weeks. But,
Correct.
I
and
I
you
think
said
Penn State is severely overrated.
Yeah.
so
Like they are the third ranked team in the country.
for good reason.
They are?
6-0.
They are ranked third in the nation.
They're not a better football team than Ohio State. Like I know
No.
Ohio State has a loss. They're not a better football team than Ohio State. They're not better than Georgia. They might not even be better than Bama.
We're gonna find out in 2 weeks here, or
Yeah,
3 weeks. I mean, Chris,
They're good.
I can tell you,
They're not bad. They're good.
No.
They're not
I can
great.
tell you how.
I mean, they're gonna get bounced in the first round of the playoffs.
I can tell you how USC allows that many yards to Tyler Warren. Lincoln Riley's their head coach. USC's defense has sucked under Lincoln Riley. USC has sucked under Lincoln Riley. Severely overrated head coach.
It's coaching for them because
That's what I'm saying.
it really showed in the Michigan game. They should have won that game. And
I agree. Remember we said about stacking the box, stopping the run,
Yeah.
and Lincoln Riley couldn't.
they
figure it
can't.
out.
Michigan could not throw the football, stack the box, and take away the run. They still didn't do that, and
I think it's coaching for them. Like you said, Chris, they have talent. They just didn't use it. I mean, they used it all right versus Penn State. I mean, almost beat them, but we've seen though these Big Ten teams and any team now, kind of with the transition to college football, these teams head out west, and for some reason, probably the time change, I don't know what it is, they seem to struggle.
I
But
mean, yeah,
shout out James Franklin and Penn State, got it done, stayed undefeated, and all you gotta do is win.
Yep.
Florida, Tennessee. Florida played well. Graham Mertz goes down. We can talk about
Ohio
that
State
now if
has
you'd
a
like.
38% chance to win out. That is the highest in the FBS.
Who does?
Ohio State.
Yeah, probably. We're talking about Tennessee and Florida now.
Oh, it was just
Um, Lagway came in, played, I mean, kind of mid. Although I think he's hell of a talent though, true freshman.
Yeah. For my sake,
he's going to be
hopefully they keep Billy Napier as head coach because he's horrible and I'm a Florida State fan. And as long as he's their head coach, they probably won't be 2 games over 500 ever. So
All right. Not like Norval's doing a whole lot of at FSU currently.
all right, yeah, we're just gonna completely forget about last year. But all right.
No. Yeah, Tennessee, not looking great going into versus Bama. Neither is Bama. We're gonna get into them next game. Neither team is looking great heading into that big game at Tennessee. Um, Florida played well though
planning on
overall,
starting field right now.
What's
but
up?
I do like Dylan Sampson, that running back I mentioned again. Another big game for him, 112 yards, 3 touchdowns. So, anything else in that game? Florida, Tennessee.
Just Florida's for some reason just like has something on Tennessee. Like I don't know what it is. They just play Tennessee better than they
I
play
don't even
any
think
other team.
Florida's like or like Florida's
No.
not bad.
I think they're an average team.
Yeah, they've just played teams hard.
I think they're capable of. I think they're. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think they're capable of beating anybody, but they're also capable of losing to anybody.
That's
They
a great way.
play to the competition.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't
right.
know. I think people are hating on Napier, but he's 3-3. They've had some close games.
He's
I
a
don't
he's
mind what's happening.
Yeah, no, Napier's horrible. We're not. He's terrible.
I like Lagway's potential.
He's played in what
Then
a
again,
few games and he's not stood out really at all.
who DJ?
Yeah, Lagway. I mean, he came in against what was that A&M? He overthrew every guy he had on the outside, and he's not really impressed me, but he's not like DJ U. So that's great.
He is the best DJ in Florida.
Probably.
Shout out DJ Pickett, 5-star.
On to South Carolina and Bama. Bama wins by 2, but if we're being honest,
Bama should have
I
lost.
watched that on FaceTime with you. South Carolina should have won that game.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Lenora Sellers sold the game.
Yeah, but also South Carolina's kicker, he makes that like 40-yard field goal or whatever. Yeah, it's a win.
Perfect execution on that onside kick for South Carolina. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was nice.
I remember I was watching that. I was watching it with Dylan and Miles on FaceTime, and I was like, holy shit! Like it was exciting the end of that game. But yeah, Sellers didn't play well.
River Ridge, take notes
on this last drive. Milrow has not looked great since beating Georgia.
Has he looked great since beating
Alabama? Hasn't looked great
since Auburn last year?
Then again,
they
barely beat Auburn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was all right in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but
which they should have won as well. Questionable. I mean, he did fumble. That was really.
Well, that last play versus Michigan too, when he did the QB run, that was on the coaching though. That was a bad play call.
That was coaching.
But no, I mean, Bernard played well, 89 yards, touchdown. I'd like to see them get Williams more involved though. Felt like he was kind of like didn't have as good of a game as he's been having um, versus South Carolina. South Carolina, though, they're a team that they have been in multiple close games, and they again are a team I think is capable of beating anybody.
Yeah. They're pretty much they're like Florida, but
Yeah,
better. Really,
yeah, they're probably better.
they're
I'll give you
they're
that.
I like Beamer a
yeah.
lot.
Shane Beamer's pretty tough.
Beamer ball, baby.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah, they. I don't know that game. Miller did have two rushing touchdowns, so
I mean,
He
you think about
usually does.
you think about it. South Carolina is a few plays away from being 5-1 with wins over Bama and LSU.
yeah,
Like they got kind of beat up on by Ole Miss, but outside
yeah,
of that, every game they played, they're what 3-3.
yeah.
They could easily be 5-1 right
Is
now.
Alabama unranked if they lose back-to-back weeks to Vanderbilt and South Carolina?
No,
No, because they
they're
beat
like
Georgia.
23. They're anywhere from 17 to 23.
Yeah, because they beat Georgia. Had they lost that game, yes,
No.
Yeah, 3-3. Not going to be in the
but
top 25 there.
but it's also Alabama, so you never know. People like to. I mean, they're usually a little
No
overrated.
shit. No, I experienced that firsthand.
I don't know if you guys watched this game late Saturday night. Kansas State, Colorado was a
Oh
very
yeah,
good game.
yeah, that was a good game.
Especially considering Colorado lost Hunter and their was it Horn? Who else went out for the receiving core?
It was Travis Hunter and was it Webster?
I don't
Maybe one others. I forget who, but they were down, and Shador Sanders played really well. 380 yards, three touchdowns, one interception, but really
Not
well.
Shiloh.
Shiloh
Yeah,
did not play
Shiloh,
well.
according to Dion, played horrible. So really, good encouragement there
Good pick.
to your son.
Yeah, right.
Here's my
no.
thing.
Hey, not keep your head up, buddy. Yeah, he played horrible.
Why does Dallin Hayden not get more carries?
He had 7 carries for 11 yards.
That's what I'm
Shout out
saying.
7-Eleven. About to go there after this.
Dallin Hayden, bro.
Nice.
As a true freshman at Ohio State, he ran for in the games that he started against Maryland. He had over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. He
He played well versus Purdue. Was it last year or year before? It was last year, right?
Sure, yeah, bro. Like, if he can do it there, you would assume he can do it. Oh,
I like Downhead in Ohio State. I'm a little sad he left. I get it though. Quinshon coming in, wasn't going to play a lot.
yeah.
But I like Hayden. I think he's good. A lot of talent on the Colorado team. They lost to a ranked team in Kansas State, but Avery Johnson played, pretty well. DJ Giddens, 182 yards. No, I mean, I am loving this Big 12 at night though. You got Utah and Colorado now coming in. Little
I think
Cam Rising might get an 8th year. Did you guys see that?
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk
into
about
it.
that.
We're gonna get into it.
That is epic. We'll
I
save
mean,
that.
Good lord. Get your
Yeah,
ass
no.
on Indeed, buddy.
Good game. Colorado, Kansas State, really exciting. Sort of mentioned that. But like I said, just good game. Anything else? I mean, two good
I did
teams.
tell you to stop absolutely throat goading Colorado.
For his sake, they should have won, honestly.
Holy
They
shit.
should have.
Dude, that's some fucking
Dude, I'm not meat riding them. They're just. It was a good game between two good teams.
No, but no, last week you were, or maybe it was 2 weeks. I can't remember, but you were, I mean, straight guzzling Dion and Colorado.
I think they're a good team. I still think they're a good team.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they're like a good, 35th to 40th team in the nation, but
I wouldn't even say that.
I mean, yeah. You put them against a team like Boise State, who, outside of Ashton Genty, they are basically homeless. They're going to get housed. I mean, they're going to get smoked by Colorado
Yeah.
would lose to Boise State by 27
Could
points.
Boise's defense though? Could they contain Hunter and Shador though?
I don't care. I don't care. They almost beat Oregon, and now we know how good Oregon really is. Like they were 3 points away from going into overtime with Oregon. They were up most of the game against
Yeah.
Oregon.
This was a
Dude, is he jerking it over there? You see him shaking?
This was a much worse. Like Oregon has
jerking
gotten
on the
significantly better. I mean, well, was that the second game of the season?
Yeah.
Against 2 games against Idaho and Boise State, Oregon gave up 7 sacks.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Oregon
I
how they
mean,
got together.
that was definitely the best game Oregon's played all year, but like I'm still high on Boise State. That's what I'm saying. Official
agree.
statement. I'm high on Boise State. I believe they will make the college football playoff.
I agree. 100%.
Shout out Ashton Genty. Shout out Mike Myers.
Then quickly, we'll sit on California and Pitt. Didn't think the game was gonna be close. Eli Holston cost me money and played pretty shitty, for being honest. 50% completion rate, 2 interceptions. Cal probably should have won, but after that week, after playing Miami, thought they'd be a lot better. They weren't. Pitt got the win. Anything quickly?
I mean, Pitt's still undefeated, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, who really cares? To be honest, they're okay.
Clemson's winning the ACC.
Yep, I completely agree. They're gonna smoke Miami when they play.
Does Florida State play Miami?
Florida State plays Miami and Clemson and Notre Dame.
Isn't that soon?
Within like 4 weeks of each other, so that's awesome.
All right, we're gonna move on here. This might be a long podcast, but oh well.
Get it moving.
Who's your guys' team of the week?
Oregon.
Probably Oregon.
I mean, you beat a top 3 team in the nation, so you're gonna be Nick.
I actually have because I figured you guys are gonna pick Oregon. So I picked someone a little underrated. I haven't talked with them yet. Arizona State beating Utah.
On Friday.
Yeah, that was a good game. I watched that game.
That was a good game.
The nation was kind of introduced to Cam Scatabo. Scatabo. 22 carries, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 41 receiving yards.
Got the Arizona State right back.
Yeah, running back.
Yeah,
absolutely balled out.
Utah just did that game.
Kenny Dillingham, after the game, head coach, was absolutely hyped. I don't know if you guys saw. He's an alumni there. He was partying with the students. He was like, I went here. These are my students. Hyped back to the game. And that's what college football is all about. Winning a top 25 team. Arizona State last year, 3-9 now, I believe 4-1 or 5-1.
Aside from Utah's somewhat struggles, I think Kyle Whittingham is a top 10 coach in college football. Longest tenured coach in college football. Very good.
I actually didn't know this. I found out. I was watching that. I knew it'd been a long time. He's the only coach with her since Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was there that long.
20-some years.
2003 or 4 when Urban left. Shout out Urban Meyer. Yeah, I was a little surprised by that. All right, quickly, we're gonna go to BDN's top 25 here.
Yeah.
Number 1, I got Texas. Still coming into that Ohio State Oregon game. I said the winner would be number 1, but I feel like both teams had their flaws, didn't play perfect. And Texas being a top 25 team, 34-3, just felt like they were still deserving of that. 2 is Oregon, big win. 3 Penn State, 4 Georgia, 5 Ohio State. I put Georgia in front of Ohio State.
And Penn State, for some reason.
What's up?
Why is Penn State ahead of Ohio State?
Because they're 6-0.
Are they better?
They're 6-0.
They better?
I don't believe so.
Georgia better?
Than Ohio State?
Yeah. I fucking don't think so.
I don't think so, but
I mean, I watched them hand the worst team in the SEC 31 points.
Ohio State lost. They deserve to move down. I believe Georgia or Texas are going to lose. Ohio State will move back up. It is what it is. 6
Oh,
Miami, 7 LSU, 8 Clemson, 9 Alabama. Bama dropped a few spots after almost losing again to an unranked team. 10 BYU, 11 Tennessee, 12 Iowa State, 13 Texas A&M,
why you have
14.
BYU above Iowa State?
I do.
It's interesting.
I think they're better.
What makes you?
I really fucking don't like this list, to be honest with you. I think it's pretty bad.
BYU is manhandling their teams they're playing. They're
Who are
putting
they
up 30,
playing?
40 points every game.
Can I see their schedule, please?
Here, I'll pull it up.
Pull it up. I believe they played what was it, Kansas State. They played they played Kansas. What?
I know Iowa State went to
Touchdown, old move.
Iowa State went to Iowa, I believe, and beat their rival.
Correct.
They did. A pretty fucking solid Iowa team as well.
Correct. 15 Boise or 14 Notre Dame, 15 Boise State, 16 Indiana, 17 Kansas State, 18 SMU, 19 Missouri, 20 Ole Miss, 21 Illinois, 22 Pittsburgh, 23 Nebraska, 24 Army, and 25 Michigan.
That's by far your worst list.
Really?
Yes.
Probably.
Why?
You have
Because, like, I mean, for one, Florida State's not number one, so it's
All
automatic.
right.
So there's that.
They might be number one on the bottom 25.
Where's Clemson at on this list?
8,
And where's Miami?
6.
well, AP voters did that too.
Yeah, I mean, I think Clemson's a much better team than Miami, but until Miami loses, you probably can't.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're better, but mine was undefeated.
Yeah, I understand that. That's why you have Penn State, because like until they lose, you can't really put them.
Let's get in some picks here.
All right, yeah. Let's move on.
Let's see what we got. We talked about Cam Rising out for the season. Isaac Wilson to start.
I like Isaac Wilson. I know he hasn't been like anything special, but
he has thrown quite a few interceptions. 7. I mean, we do know who his brother is.
Zach.
he's a true freshman. I mean,
yeah,
don't give
Utah
many Trevor
obviously
Lawrence.
not really going to compete this season anymore for like anything. Should Cam Rising get an 8th year of eligibility though?
No,
There's no way. He's
could kick his ass out.
They should have him sign up for Indeed right now.
Like, bro, he's had how many injuries now? How many season-ending injuries?
He should just
3?
retire from football.
He had
Let's say he comes back.
3.
What is his plan after college?
Nothing. And
Fucking
Publix?
car salesman?
Publix, yeah.
Publix, yeah.
Maybe like a sandwich shop,
sandwich
A
shop.
chipper.
Dude, that'd be
or like an ice Cam's Cream, little ice cream shop. That wouldn't be too bad.
Maybe, dude, he'll go work at like Buffalo Wild Wings so he can still be part of football.
Oh, dude,
Be meta for me.
idea.
Dude,
No,
he
he'll
can
probably
get like 20 years eligibility doing that.
Yeah, maybe like a high school like offensive coordinator.
Probably.
Custodial worker.
Wow.
Wow.
We talked about Florida, Graham Mertz out last
Let's hurry up.
and
Let's get into some fucking picks.
hold on, we'll get to that. Hold on. Schedule remaining for Florida versus Kentucky, versus Georgia, at Texas, versus LSU, versus Ole Miss, at FSU. Do they get 3 more wins and become bowl?
No.
They could beat Kentucky. They're going to beat Florida State.
So that's 2. They don't have to upset Georgia, Texas, LSU, or Ole Miss.
You know what? They don't win another game.
All right.
Okay.
I think Ole Miss is a winnable game for
FSU
them
beats
at
them by
home.
36.
Ole Miss is winnable.
I'm going to say no,
It's
but it
Brocktober.
would not surprise me if they beat Ole Miss.
If they go 6-6 and go bowling, Billy Napier should not be fired.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's scheduled.
Yeah, a tough schedule. Can Boise State get a top 4 seed in the playoffs?
No.
If they win the Big 12.
Top 4 seed?
No, you're not in the Big 12.
Boise State? No. What? No. They have a loss.
but your top four make it, and you look at top 25.
The top four is going to be the winner of the ACC, the winner of the Big Ten, the winner of the Big 12, and the winner of the SEC.
But what if the winner of the Big 12 has 2 losses?
I don't care.
Yeah, it could have happened. Yeah, it could have.
There's no way.
Because Boise, they're going to win out. They have UNLV, San Diego State, Nevada, San Jose State, Wyoming, Oregon State. They're going to win out.
Yeah, I don't. I think they're a good team. I think they make the college football playoff, but I don't think they're a seed. There's just no way they give it to what are they? What conference? Mountain West. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean they're a top 4 team. They would just be one of the top 4 highest ranked conference champions.
Correct. All right, guys.
Well, it's not a matter of should. It would just be.
We're going to take a short break here, and we will be back momentarily.
Why?
All right. Go ahead.
All right. We're back after a short intermission. Let's go ahead and get into our college football picks here. Miami, Louisville. I got Miami.
Louisville.
Really? I'm taking the U.
Louisville.
Really? Nebraska,
Really.
Nebraska, Indiana. Big game, big noon kickoff. Urban Meyer in the house. Gus and Joel on the call. Who do we got?
Yeah,
Nebraska.
You're both taking Nebraska? Interesting.
I think Indiana's that good.
I'm taking Indiana at home. I like what they're doing. Give me Indiana. How about Arizona State and Cincinnati?
Arizona State. Why is this on the list? Arizona State.
Because I wanted a 10th game. Yeah, I'm taking Arizona State
as well.
Scatterboo, really good. On my radar now. How about South Carolina, Oklahoma?
South
Carolina, yeah.
I'm taking a game
comfortable margin.
Some struggles for Oklahoma. I think Carolina gets it done. Colorado, Arizona.
I'll take Colorado.
I'm taking Colorado as well.
Where's that played at?
Arizona.
I'll go Arizona then.
We just fucking munch on the Big Dog podcast.
I don't be munching. I be drinking. A little DP. How about 8 LSU versus Arkansas?
8 LSU? What?
I think it could be close early on.
Yeah, but Arkansas's okay.
That's LSU as well. Another game here, kind of a rivalry, I think. Kentucky and Florida.
Kentucky. I mean, it's definitely could go either way, but
yeah.
I'd lean Kentucky just because
it's a close game between two, pretty.
I said I'd give Florida that win, so I'll give Florida the win.
Yeah, I'm taking Florida at home in Gainesville. Tough place to play, no matter what they're ranked. 12 Notre Dame versus Georgia Tech.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
I think Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
2 touchdowns.
Notre Dame.
All right, now on to the big dogs of the week. Number 7 Alabama travels to play 11 Tennessee. Both teams coming in not playing their best football.
Tennessee. Alabama has looked horrible. Rocky Top's a hard place to play.
Again, Tennessee, though, not look great either.
Yeah, but have they looked – they look bad against Florida? Florida always plays them.
Hey,
yeah,
BDN.
What's up? I can't hear it.
That wasn't the sound.
What?
Tennessee, baby.
I agree. Oh, Rocket Top. Shut up, Peyton Manning,
Rocky.
Give me Tennessee. Okay. And then number 5, Georgia travels to take on number 1, Texas. College game day, Curb Street, and probably on the call. I hope so, at least. I'll tune in if it's on the call.
Texas.
I'll watch anyway. You're going Texas?
But I mean, it could go either way, honestly. I think
who do you got?
I think it can go either way.
You want to know who I got?
Jesus.
Hold it close to the computer. We can't hear it.
Give me the dog, baby. The dog.
Taking the Dogs. Yeah, this game could go either way.
Give me the Dogs.
Um, for me,
My hand.
comes down to physicality, but Texas has looked damn good this season. I think Quinn Ewers figures it out. I think that Quinn Ewers plays a lot better than he did last week. With that being said,
TV.
hoo, 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 give me the Dogs, baby.
Oh my God. I saw both of your chins
Who's
moving.
coming down the track? The mean machine in the red and black, baby. Nothing finer in the land than a good old drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan, baby.
I like it.
Horns down,
Perfect.
baby. Horns down. Put them down, baby. Give me the Dogs. Kirby ain't losing 2 in a year, baby. All right.
I think Chris is pissing. Oh no, he's just grabbing the paper stuff.
How about a little playoff prediction here?
Yeah,
Turn this
yeah,
bitch up.
I got mine. You want me to just go 1 through 12 here?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Texas, Oregon, Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, Bama, Penn State, Miami, Iowa State, LSU, Boise State, and that's not in like order, of course. Obviously, I think your top 4 seeds that get a bye is going to be Texas, Oregon, um, Clemson, and maybe Iowa State or something.
So you think Oregon beats Ohio State in the Big Ten championship?
Yeah. I mean, I think it really could go either way, but I mean, Oregon looks good, and they were without 2 of their best defensive, player
Okay,
on
I
Saturday.
like that.
Texas wins the SEC. Ohio State wins the Big Ten. Clemson wins the ACC. Iowa State probably wins the Big 12.
That's what I have too.
And then
A&M is getting in. I'm calling.
I don't really care fucking well.
I think A&M gets in.
Number 1, I got Ohio State and could bounce back, beat Oregon, and then I have Texas losing. So I think Ohio State gets that number 1 spot.
Don't
Number
lose
2,
Oregon twice.
yeah, I agree. Number 2, then I'm gonna go Texas. I think Texas will bounce back after they lose this week and beat Georgia in the SEC championship. 3, Clemson. 4, BYU. 5, Oregon. 6, Georgia. 7, Miami. 8, Notre Dame. 9, Penn State. 10, Iowa State. 11, Boise State. 12, LSU.
I like that.
All right. Now on to the NFL. Breaking news coming out yesterday, when you're watching this. Davante Adams to the Jets, reuniting with Aaron Rodgers, longtime
I
Packers
hate it.
teammates.
I hate it. I have Garrett Wilson on my fantasy team. That bastard needs more points, not less.
Oh, he's definitely getting less.
Yeah, no shit. That's what I just said.
If you watch
Adam,
the Pat McAfee show, Pat McAfee would love to do a collab with you. You would see Aaron Rodgers was with Davante Adams today.
I did see that. Yeah, so in 3 games played, 18 receptions, 209 yards, and a touchdown for Davante. I think he steps it up with his best friend, Aaron Rodgers.
And Amari Cooper, straight to the Bills.
That's next. Chris, do you read the script?
Oh.
Okay. Not the only news coming out of New York today for the Jets. Hassan Reddick has been given permission to seek a trade. Has not played this season as he has been in a holdout because he's kind of a pussy.
Wait, who?
Hassan Reddick.
Hassan Reddick.
Yep. Not played a game for them. I don't believe he's on the Eagles last year, if I'm not mistaken. So, not really sure why he went to there. Wasn't going to play, but hey, that's just me.
He officially requested trade.
They've given him permission to seek a trade.
The fuck was that, man?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But Bills beat the Jets last night in Jeff Oldbridge debut. But they looked a lot better than they have in the past. Of course, Nathaniel Hackett not calling the offense anymore. Rodgers, 23 for 35, 294 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. They looked better. Well, what were your thoughts on the Jets last night?
I mean, yeah, they looked better, but there wasn't really much higher. You couldn't go lower really with that roster.
With the roster,
No.
the roster's good. I feel like
I know. That's what I'm saying. You can't go lower with the
okay,
roster.
yeah. I got you.
I
They
did
could
not
get
watch the game. I was watching the fucking baseball game. So
I watched part of the game. I saw the end and I saw a sports and everything. I saw like the highlights and I know what happened.
Yeah,
But,
I mean they looked all right. Rodgers kind of sold at the end there. I think that was a fumble on that final drive. I thought it was a fumble. It looked like he was pump faking, but
okay.
whatever. And then next play or however many plays later, he underthrows Mike Williams by about 8 yards and gets picked off. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So with all that said, are the Jets a playoff team with Davante Adams?
No.
fuck is outside?
I'm gonna say yes. What's happening?
We're good.
I'm saying yes. I think they make the playoffs. I think Davante Adams adds something. I think they now one of the best duos in the league, right up there with the Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, the Devontae Smith, AJ Brown. You put
Hey, are you
Davante
fucking
Adams,
forgetting someone, pal?
T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Sorry.
Justin
Are
Jefferson.
you fucking forgetting someone? Who the fuck throws to T. Higgins and Jamar Chase?
We're talking about wide receiver.
Jesus. He's
Oh.
he's
I just had to highlight you fucking.
Motherfucking best.
Devontae
QB.
Adams and Garrett Wilson are going to feed families. And if Aaron Rodgers cannot figure it out with those two Pro Bowl receivers on his team, then he's the problem.
It's time for Jordan Travis.
Seriously. If he can't figure it out, I agree. Or Tyrod Taylor. Probably
Is he
Tyrod.
still in a wheelchair?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not touching the field.
No. So Chris already highlighted Amari Cooper to the Bills. Big fan of this. Mainly because Amari Cooper is on my fantasy team, so love that.
Also,
Six
the
would you
Bills
like
have-
Would you like to trade?
No, I'm okay. I'm good.
also the Bills have no wide receiver.
Exactly.
Shout out
Um,
Keon Coleman though. He could be doing a lot more. They just do not give him the ball.
Yeah, I'm almost surprised they need to use Keon more. I would agree.
Like every
He's
time
also like retarded in the brain.
but every time he's touched the ball, he's done good. Like he's made good catches. He's gotten touchdowns, but they just don't throw to him enough.
Okay. So with that said, now are the Bills, and maybe they were before, are the Bills the best team in the AFC?
No,
No.
Bucks Bengals are in the FC.
Okay.
All right.
Shut up.
I mean they're a
Ravens?
top. No. Ravens are what? 2, 3, and something, 2 and 4.
4-2.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
They should be
Wow.
fucking Chiefs.
Just turned on the good old Tampa Bay Lightning game. Not a big hockey guy, but I will watch if they're on. So shout out
I don't
Lightning.
know. I think by the time the playoffs are around, the Chiefs will be the best team in the AFC. Unfortunately, I hate to say it because I absolutely despise them, but
And it's weird too because everyone, talk about who's the best team in the AFC. They're undefeated, but they haven't looked like the Chiefs of the past recently.
like there's 2 undefeated teams in football right now, and there's a significant gap between them. It almost seems like the Chiefs have barely
Yeah.
beat their opponents, while the Vikings have been
And I'm
handing.
not a shot at you either, but just the same thing I was talking about the Chiefs. Like Vikings, I believe are both teams good teams. You don't become 5-0 by being a bad team. But I almost feel like both those teams undefeated, but yet I would probably venture to say they're not the best team in their conference.
Who?
Vikings.
He's
and
saying the
Chiefs.
Viking
Like I think the,
in
I
their
think the Bills.
you
and-
think the Lions are better than the Vikings?
I do. I think the Lions are better.
Stood against the Cowboys.
I think the Bucks or Falcons can be better. No, they're both good
Falcons?
teams.
The Falcons better than the Vikings? Are we being dead serious here?
Kirko Chain's playing good football. I
Well,
don't
yeah,
like it as a Bucks fan.
It's Kirktober. Everyone knows that. It's Kirktober and Brocktober at the same time. But
How about
I mean,
Darnold Tober?
it's been just Darnold 2024.
Seriously. We'll see. Speak of the Lions, they fucking smacked around the Cowboys in Dallas.
Good. Good.
Fuck
Um,
Jerry Jones. I hope he had a shitty 82nd birthday.
oh, he definitely did. I mean, he damn near allowed 86 points to the Lions. Dak Prescott, 17 and 33, 178 yards, and 2 interceptions.
I mean, for Christ's sake, but Penei Sewell almost scored a touchdown.
Dak Prescott is not a top 10 quarterback in football. And I've been saying this for years.
Who's going to argue with you?
Overpaid?
I've been saying this for years. Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. I've been saying it for years.
Isn't Prescott the highest paid quarterback in the league?
I don't know or care. I don't like them. I don't like the Cowboys.
Shout out Aiden
Don't hope
Hutchinson,
that if the audio caught that. I do not wish that on Dak Prescott.
What'd you say?
Not to be repeated. Go ahead.
Shout out Aiden Hudson. I don't like him because he went to that team up north, but he did get carted off the field. Never like to see anybody get hurt, no matter what team they play for.
Did you watch the injury?
Yes.
That was bad. Man.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
You can hear it snap on TV. It was bad.
And then you can see him out the words, "I broke it." Like he knew.
Yeah, his season was instantly you can just tell.
Yeah. So with that said, 2 questions on that game. Are the Cowboys' playoff hopes over?
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
I think they are. They have not looked good at all this season.
Oh, shout out the time. 727. I don't know if you guys can see that. 727. Shout out.
Yeah, of course. And then, are the Lions the best NFC team?
No. There's a team called the Minnesota Vikings.
I'm gonna say that they are the best team in the NFC.
I'm pretty sure Lions and Vikings face off this week, so
They do, so we'll find out.
Call me crazy. Bengals are winning the AFC North.
You're stupid. My opinion, the NFC, I think it's Lions. I think it's Lions, Bucks, Vikings, Falcons.
What's the Bucks' record?
They're
4-2.
Who did they lose to?
Falcons and Broncos.
That's bad.
By quite a few.
Yeah.
Let's go and talk about that Commanders versus Ravens game. It was a marquee matchup of the week, in my opinion, between a MVP hopeful and the front runner for the Rookie of the Year award. Daniels 269, 2 touchdowns. Lamar 323 touchdowns and interception.
Mark Andrews caught a touchdown.
First on the year.
Might be his only as well.
Wouldn't be surprised.
What are your thoughts on that game? Baltimore gets the win 30-23.
I think there should be serious talks about Jaden Daniels being a MVP candidate and not just a Rookie of the Year. He's the best. Him or Baker Mayfield are the best quarterbacks in the NFC. And, your top 4 quarterbacks in the NFC are going to be Baker Mayfield, Jaden Daniels, Sam Darnold, and maybe Kirk Cousins. Yeah. And that's not that crazy to say. Those are the best quarterbacks in the NFC right now. So, I don't think Jaden Daniels should just be a Rookie of the Year guy. I think he should be in talks with MVP.
I would agree. We do have our MVP top 5 coming up, so hopefully you made that list. You were supposed to. I think both good teams. Washington should win that division, in my opinion.
100%.
With Dallas playing where they are, Eagles banged up, not still able to figure it out. Struggled versus the Browns, got the win, which is what matters. But both those teams.
Nick Sirianni is an absolute buffoon. That dude is out of his mind.
And then there's the Giants, who are actually doing okay. When Neighbors is healthy, they're doing all right. So, who are your who do you guys have for your week 6 shoutouts? Or was it week 5? 6.
It's,
6.
you want to go ahead or Chris?
Sure. I have 2.
Shout out the Bengal defense. I know they played the Giants first time in like 70 something games. They haven't allowed 10 or more points. So Bengal defense balled the fuck out.
For me, I have Sean Tucker, Buccaneers running back, 14 carries, 136 yards and a touchdown, 3 receptions for 56 yards. His first career touchdown. It's his second year out of Syracuse, undrafted guy, third string running back for the Bucks, behind Rashad White, who was injured, and Bucky Irving, who played decent himself. I'm a big fan of Sean Tucker. He's a little girthy, a little shorter, a bit of stockier
Yeah,
guy.
I like him too.
No.
Good.
He just runs hard. He broke tackles. His yards after contact were high this week. And I was really impressed, and I hope we continue to use him because it worked.
I'm shouting out Kirk Cousins, second win in a row. It's Kirk Tober.
I also want to shout out Joe Mixon. First came back after the ankle injury. 13 carries, 102 yards, 2 receptions, 30 yards, and a touchdown. So 2 touchdowns for Joe Mixon, and helped him get a win this week. Texans are 5-1.
Shout out Dan Campbell.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Toughest coach in
Yeah.
the
Shout out
NFL.
Dan.
I like that. I like that.
As a Vikings guy, I respect Dan Campbell a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
Great
I like him.
coach.
How about Drake May's debut? Lost the Texans 21 to 20, 21 to 41. That's a stroke. Drake May 20 of 33, 243 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions.
That's not
What do we
bad.
make of
Yeah, I mean, I knew he was good at North Carolina.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be good in the NFL. He's got a lot of raw talent. Just those 2 turnovers was the only problem with that. But other than that, he can ball. I think he'll be.
But as a
really,
rookie, you're expect the turnovers are
yeah,
expected.
yeah. I think in the future he will be really good.
Definitely the right move to not start him right away, though.
Yeah. I was skeptical at first, but he's learning from a guy in Brissett who's had success in the league for a few years now, has been a nice bridge quarterback for some teams, and has a ton of experience. And I think Drake May will really benefit from that.
Yeah.
So NFC South, we're talking about the Bucks and Falcons. Who do you guys like to win that division? Couple of this upcoming schedules for both. Buccaneers, tough schedule coming up. Versus Baltimore, versus Atlanta. So we're gonna see those 2 teams play again. It was a hell of a game they played a couple weeks ago on Thursday night. Bucks should have won, sold the game.
Is
but that's
Washington in that division?
What? No.
No, what?
Who's in the East?
So versus Baltimore, versus Atlanta, at Kansas City, versus San Francisco, and then at the Giants. So the next 4 games for the Bucks are all versus contenders, in my opinion.
The Bucks will probably finish like 8 and 9, how they usually do, but they'll still probably win the division.
Falcons versus Seattle, at Tampa Bay, versus Dallas, at New Orleans, at Denver. All those games, I'm picking them to win, except at Tampa Bay.
Who?
Falcons.
Yeah,
Wins
I
over
think
Seattle, Dallas, New Orleans, Denver.
I think the Bucks win the division, but the Falcons still get in the playoffs.
I actually have it the opposite. I think
You
I
think
think
the
with that-
Falcons win the division?
I think with that, and clearly Bucks fan here. I just think with that schedule the Bucks have, although we do play some, I mean we play the Saints again, Falcons, and not
You guys
Falcons.
play the Bengals?
No, we play the Saints and
Lucky
Panthers
son
to
of
end the
bitches.
year. Maybe the Steelers. Like, we have some easier teams at the very end of that schedule, but the Falcons really don't play maybe one of those top dogs. So I think their schedule's really going to benefit them and have a better record and win the division. But I believe that the Buccaneers are a better team. But I just think playing Baltimore, Kansas City, San Francisco, like I feel like we lose maybe 1 or 2 of those games, but we're going to beat up on the other teams. So it's going to be close. Both are good teams. Both make the playoffs. I think it'll be a tight race. Bucks obviously can win, but I just think that with the upcoming schedule, I think it favors Atlanta a little bit.
I can see it. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
Yeah, both teams are playoff teams, and both teams, in my opinion, can compete for an NFC championship.
Yeah,
NFC, in my opinion, is wide open.
yeah. Other than like the Vikings, definitely have it locked down. They're winning the Super Bowl.
Oh
So
yeah,
that, that's just like a common fact. They're winning the
okay.
Super First ever in franchise history. Going to be 1-5 in the Gooper Bowl. But
Nice. Let's talk about the Bengals struggles. Got to win 17-7 over the Giants. Burrow had played pretty good up until this game. 208 yards, no touchdowns. Kind of didn't look like the Burrow we've seen in the past. Chris, what are your thoughts?
They fucking won. Bet you all you want, but
You're not concerned over a 17-7 win over the Giants?
not in the slightest. Why
Good
should I be?
news, you do have some winnable games coming up at Cleveland versus the Eagles versus the Raiders, at the Ravens, that's a loss, and at the Chargers.
Or fucking, you act like they're a fucking just horrible football team.
I mean, they're 2-4, so they're not a great one.
Say it now or forever hold your fucking peace when we're playing in the fucking AFC Championship.
At the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh to wear a heart monitor for the next 2 weeks.
He should probably. He's secretly been doing that since the Dawg days in Michigan.
Me personally, obviously, I don't like Jim Harbaugh. Don't want to see him like hurt or ill. Probably for the best, though. I think for the medical, I think he should just go ahead and step away from football.
I'd like to
and
see
kinda
him
shut
get
the
like
fuck up
knocked out in
personally.
a street fight. But I don't
Yeah.
I don't want the guy to fucking perish.
Right. But I think it's best if he steps away from football and just kind of stops running his fucking mouth,
He should just go worry about his health and get better.
Yeah, I'm just looking out for Jim.
And Jim Harbaugh can take a page off of my T-shirt right here.
Yeah, dude. Chris, we're just looking out for his health, man.
Couple nuts.
Want the best for him.
I agree.
Hate him.
Wait, do that again?
No, in all seriousness,
Oh
though.
no, dude,
that was girthy.
do that
Let
again,
me see that again.
dude. Your fingers are fat.
It's
Dude,
the camera.
That thing about
It's not just
no,
the camera.
No, it's not. He's straight up girthy for real.
Shut up. No, but in all seriousness, though, hope Jim, gets healthy. Hope nothing serious. In all seriousness, hopefully nothing too bad. Don't like him, but I don't hope he is sick.
Yeah, of course.
Let's move on to the top 5 MVP candidates. Who wants to go first here?
He'd be like second if they had a good record, but Joe Burrow's at 5. I mean, he's been fucking phenomenal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really all I care about.
All right. One. I'm not gonna actually do it in order. I'm just gonna say a few. Baker Mayfield.
You want me to go in order? I have them in order.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
One for me, I have Josh Allen.
Yeah.
1,160 yards passing, 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, which is really good for Josh Allen. Usually a big interception
Doesn't
guy.
have a pick this year?
Not yet. And
Holy.
3 rushing touchdowns as well for Josh Allen. I think he's number 1. This is my opinion. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. 1,500 yards passing, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2 rushing touchdowns. Another absolute baller. 3, I do have Baker Mayfield. 1,489 yards, 15 touchdowns, more than anyone else on this list. I believe only maybe Burrow has. No, is that number 1 in the league? Can we get a Google search on that?
I think Burrow's got it.
He did, but he threw for 0
Baker
this week.
did just throw for 4.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, Sam Darnold will get it right back. He just had a bye week this week, so Sam Darnold.
NFL touchdown pass leaders this season.
Would you like to finish your list?
Give me a minute. I'm checking on my boy Baker. Passing yards, number 1 is Geno Smith, if anyone was wondering.
I don't care in the slightest. He's not making my list.
Yeah, 15 is most in the league by 3 over Jordan Love and Joe Burrow. So Baker, 5 interceptions though, but he had 3 this week. Not all were his fault. A couple were bounced off.
He's fucking good.
Also 2 rushing touchdowns for him. So Baker having the best season of his career. Baker in Tampa, best reliable for him.
Dip it up, please.
All right, next you got what? You're on 3 there.
Number 4, Derrick Henry, 119 carries,
Okay.
704 yards,
that,
8 touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown as well.
I like that.
Falling the fuck out. Number 5, Jaden Daniels, 1,400 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 4 rushing. Complete. He's 125 of 166 on the year.
I'm just wondering where Joe Burrow's at here, honestly.
So his touchdown aren't as high, but the completion percentage, the yards are right up there. It's not better than the other ones, and his
I
rushing
think
ability too.
instead of Baker and Henry, I would have Burrow and what the fuck am I saying? Oh no, keep Baker, remove Henry, have Burrow.
I'm gonna
And
say
I'd say Sam Darnold's just on the outside of that list.
I was gonna
He's
say
at, like,
no way you take out Baker. Baker's definitely in the MVP conversation for the year.
yeah,
No one
I
fucking
meant
argued you, buddy.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
Take out
and
Henry.
then I have an honorable mention: Jared Goff playing some damn good football. Sam
Joe
Darnold as
Burrow's
well.
not
Shout
your
out Sam
honorable
Darnold.
mention.
He's 2-4.
He's been fucking great.
Shut up.
Next topic.
Is
We
it
don't
a-
need to argue.
All right, pick time.
I'm arguing with the guy that sleeps with a bear.
Not anymore. Former.
Thursday night football: Broncos and Saints. Sean Payton returns to New Orleans. Who do we like?
I like the Broncos.
I
I
do
like
as
the
well.
Broncos because they whooped Baker Mayfield's ass.
Okay. Although I will say, I watched the Saints game this week. They played the Bucks,
You're
and they put up some points. They
goddamn
look good.
MVP.
Spencer Rattler actually looked decent in the game. A few
Yeah,
mistakes,
they
but
actually
rookie.
played pretty well.
He played pretty well overall. So shout out to Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
Patriots Jags in London.
Give me the Jags.
Okay.
They are a horrible football
I
team.
won't be watching that one. Holy shit. The Jags and the Patriots.
Oh yeah,
At
I'll be
9:30,
sleeping in.
Yeah, I'll probably be hitting the old snooze button.
I'll be sleeping in after watching the little late night Big 12 this week. Chris, who you liking that one?
I could care less.
Pick one.
I hope it ends in like a 3-0 score.
I
Probably
got the
will.
Patriots. I think Drake May gets it done. Chris, who do you got?
I have San Jose State beating both of those teams.
Okay, you're taking the Jags. Seahawks Falcons.
Y'all take the Falcons.
Yeah, give me the Falcons.
Me as well. Titans Bills. I got the Bills. Titans are
Fuck
awful.
the Bills. Give me the
Bills.
Titans.
Bills.
Bengals and Browns.
We're gonna destroy the Browns.
Bengals. Yeah, Bengals.
Who day? Yep, give me the Bengals. Texans Packers.
Texans, Packers. Give me the Texans. I hate the Packers.
Yeah.
a lot.
I got
can't
Texans as well.
pick Stroud as well.
CJ Stroud. Yep. Dolphins versus the Colts.
Dolphins versus the Colts. Give me the Colts. Is Richardson hurt? What's going on with him?
Colts.
I don't think it matters.
Flacco's
Yeah,
great.
it doesn't matter.
Dolphins.
Personally, I hope Joe Flacco plays.
Yeah,
Personally, I hope
Joe Flacco's.
Lions and Vikings. Big game in the NFC.
Where's it at?
Don't even
Minnesota.
ask me this
I
question.
don't know.
Don't even ask me this question.
What?
Why is this? Why are you asking me this? Just
Because you got-
mark it down.
Game-winning field goal. Or no, game-winning Panay Sewell wheel route out of the backfield. Touchdown, Lions won.
Yeah, I got the Lions. Vikings come off a bye. Sometimes they come out a little weak after buys. Lions just
That's what you think, but when they come out and Sam Darnold throws for 565
Lions just beat
yards
the
with
shit out of the
14
Cowboys.
touchdowns, you're
I'm
gonna
taking the
eat your
Lions.
damn words.
Eagles Giants. If Neighbors plays, give me the
Giants.
Giants.
Eagles.
Chris, who you got?
I have the Giants.
I agree. I have Giants as well. Raiders and Rams.
Holy
Raiders,
fuck.
Rams.
I got the Rams.
Rams.
Yeah. Horrible game to watch. The ratings will be atrocious, but the Rams.
Probably.
Shout out
Panthers-
Jared Verse and
Panthers versus the Commanders.
Panthers, Commanders.
Commanders
Commanders,
by like
yeah.
48
Yeah.
points.
Sorry, Andy. Got to pick the Panthers, though. Shout out to Andy Dalton. Or got to pick the Commanders. Sorry. Shout out to Andy Dalton, though. Chiefs and Niners.
Fuck the Chiefs.
Niners
Super
by
Bowl rematch.
37.
I hate the Chiefs.
Yeah, me too. The Niners. I
Good
hope
shot.
just
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs in that
boat
one
racing.
personally. I'm going with Kansas City.
I hope
Sunday
Taylor
Night
Swift breaks
Football
her neck.
and
All
what should
right,
be Devontae
all
Adams
right.
and what should be Devontae Adams' debut.
Just
Jets
kidding.
versus Steelers.
Give me the Jets.
Chris?
Give me,
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure the Steelers are starting good old Russ.
dangerous.
That's so
Yeah.
stupid.
You're so stupid.
So girthy.
You're 4-2 with Fields.
You're
He's playing well. Why bench
I don't know,
I
Nick.
got the head coach.
I'm not fucking Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin does seem to know what he's doing, though. The guy's been in the playoffs more than Kevin Cash has.
him? Hey, Chris, who do you got?
Dude, you can't eat that. It's not
Chris.
Who you got?
Fuck you. I have the. Wait, what game was it again?
The Jets and Steelers.
Oh, the Jets. I'll take the Jets.
Wolf clean sweep. 2 Monday night games. First one, Ravens at Bucks.
Give me
Fuck the
Bucks.
Ravens.
Give me the Bucks.
Yeah,
Give me
me
the
as well.
Bucks.
I got the Bucks clean sweep there. Kind of surprising.
Actually,
Constantly they're going Ravens, but I think at home Bucks get it done. I think if it was in Baltimore, Ravens get it done.
Dude, should I pop out to that game?
We
Should
want
we-
money.
Should we get a live fucking Big Dog podcast?
I have
Like,
to.
live from Raymond James Stadium.
Fuck is on my sheet?
Oh, I can't. I have my lab Tuesday mornings.
Oh yeah, and I have a football game Monday. Probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Corey, can't come. Going to the Bucks game.
Don't disrespect Coach Reed.
Yeah, Cody
And
Monday.
then other Monday night game, Chargers versus Cardinals. Hopefully, good old Jim can get the heart rate under control for this one.
I
Oh no,
got
it's in Arizona though. He might get a little warm. Might start beating a little.
Who are
fast,
they
you know?
playing?
Cardinals.
Cardinals, dude. Give me the Cardinals with moving Harrison Jr.
Marvin he might not play. He's concussed.
Fantasy's projecting them to have 14 points, so that's my
Who
injury.
you got, Dylan?
Chargers.
I'm going with the Chargers. Unfortunately,
Piece of shit.
hope Jim. Honestly, I don't give a fuck what happens to Jim. Hope he doesn't die. That's gonna do it, boys. Can you guys believe we've done 6 episodes of the Big Dog
Dude,
Podcast now?
I have Bosin Bonson right next to me.
I've only done 5, but you've been low key hugging hard.
Appreciate that, man. You know, a lot of work goes into the Big Dog Pod, so I appreciate that, man.
How much time do we have here? Because we could just bullshit it for a little bit, talk about like food or something if you want.
Speaking of, we have like 2 minutes. Speaking of food, I kind of want to go to the dining hall, so
What are you thinking of getting down there?
whatever they got, I'm not sure.
I just discovered I got some sort of shit on my shoes, so I'm gonna.
You shit your
Yo,
pants?
that's-
That's nice.
No, I did not shit my. All right.
Baby. All right, boys. I'll catch y'all next week. Oh, I'll talk to you like probably tomorrow, for being honest. But
Yeah.
till next week on the Big Dog Podcast. It's been real, boys. See ya.
Found it.
See ya.
Pound it.